Did you know the best thing you can do is be obedient to Jesus? One of the ways we can show that we are obedient to Jesus is when we're obedient to our parents. Now, in a performance setting, I would have a parent and a child join me right up here on stage. For our purposes, I'm going to use the voice of my oldest son, Riley, to be both the voice of the parent and the child. Are you ready, Riley?
Ready.
He's ready. And so here's what's going to happen. We're going to play a card game, and we're going to use the phrase, Jesus kids can be obedient. Jesus kids can be obedient. I'll show you how we're going to do that in just a moment. So let's start with the parent. I would have the parent over here, and I'm going to start moving cards from the top to the bottom. And as I go along, at any time that you feel ready, Dad, go ahead and say stop.
Stop.
Do you want me to stay there or go one more?
Go one more.
Okay, sounds good. Now, let me see if our young man over here, if he knows the differences between all the math problems out there. If I have 12 cards and I need to make 2 equal piles of cards, how many should be in each pile?
6.
That's right, 6. So here, I'll count in front of you, and then everyone else, you can count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course, over here, we have 6 as well. Those go over on this side. So Dad and son, we're going to find out if a parent asks you to do something, will you be obedient? I hope you will, because Jesus kids can be obedient. Here's what we'll do. We will move a card from the top to the bottom for each letter in each word. Now, anytime you want me to, I will switch and move to the other pile and keep spelling. But you have to tell me to switch when it's your turn, and you have to tell me to switch when it's your turn. Okay, so each of you will get turns throughout this thing, and we're going to find out if we can get some of these cards to match. Now, I don't know if I've ever had anybody get it 100%. It takes a real obedient kid. Are you both ready?
Yep.
Here we go. We're going to start with Dad. Dad, you're over here. Do you want me to start with this pile or this pile?
The right side.
This side right here?
That side.
Okay, your side. All right. I'm going to spell Jesus. If you want me to switch, I'll spell slowly. Tell me to switch. You can tell me to switch as many times as you want. I'll go back and forth, or not at all. You can tell me one time for every letter. It doesn't matter. Here we go. J, E,
Switch.
S, U.
Switch.
Okay. S. Very good. Okay, so here's how it works. We're going to check and see. If a dad said to pay attention, I would hope that you would be obedient and be willing to actually pay attention. Look at that. It's a match. You got it. You must be one obedient kid. Give my helpers a big round of applause. Okay, next. It's your turn. So, young man, do you want to start with your dad's pile or your pile?
My pile.
Okay, now remember we're spelling Jesus kids. So as I spell kids, you tell me to switch. For every one, only 2, not at all. It's your choice. Here we go. K, I, D,
Switch.
S. Well, that's it. Okay, so we'll find out if a parent were to ask you to go to bed, I hope you would be obedient enough to say, okay, yes, I'll go to bed. Look at this. You both got a match. Amazing. I hope you'll be an obedient kid to your parents. It'll help you be obedient to Jesus as well. Give my helpers a big round of applause. Okay. Next, Dad, do you want to start with your pile or your son's pile?
My pile.
Okay. Remember, we're spelling Jesus kids can. C-A-N. Here we go. C,
Switch.
A,
Switch.
N. That's it, but you wanted every letter. All right, if you were to tell your children, clean your room, I hope that your child would be obedient enough to say, okay, I'll clean my room. Look at that. They got another match. Good job. Give them a big round of applause. You guys are well on your way to 100%. Okay, young man, Jesus kids can be. It's a big word, be. All right, start with your pile or Dad's pile?
Dad's pile.
Dad's pile. All right, here we go. B,
Switch.
E. All right. If your parents were to ask you to speak kindly, I hope that you would be obedient enough to do exactly that, and that is to speak kindly. Good job. You guys are amazing. Wow, we're getting down to the last few cards. I hope that we end up with a match. We've only got 2 over here, and as you can see, we've got 2 over here. All right. Dad, this is your last chance because we're spelling Jesus kids can be obedient. Your pile or your son's pile?
My pile.
All right, here we go. O, B, E,
Switch.
D, I,
Switch.
A, N,
Switch.
T. I hope I spelled that right. Okay, this is it, guys. This will determine if your parent asked you to help each other people in your family. Look at this. It's a match. You guys did it. Give yourselves a big round of applause. And of course, if you got those matches, that means we have a 100% match. Do your homework and do your homework. Wow, 100%, they got it. I hope you will be an obedient kid, and I hope you as a parent feel honored that your child is one of Jesus' kids who is being obedient. Give my helpers a big round of applause.